On this day in history, on February 26th of 1616, the Roman Inquisition delivers injunction to Galileo demanding he abandon his belief in heliocentrism, which states the Earth and planets revolve around the Sun. Galileo did not comply with the Church. In 1632, Galileo published a book which defended the fact that the Earth and other planets revolve around the Sun and was immensely popular. Responding to mounting controversy over theology, astronomy, and philosophy, the Roman Inquisition tried Galileo in 1633, found him vehemently suspect of heresy, and sentenced him to house arrest where he remained until his death in 1642. In 1992, the Church finally admitted that Galileo was wrongfully convicted and was mistreated.
30 years?
On this day in history, on February 26th of 1616, the Roman Inquisition delivers injunction to Galileo demanding he abandon his belief in heliocentrism, which states the Earth and planets revolve around the Sun. Galileo did not comply with the Church. In 1632, Galileo published a book which defended the fact that the Earth and other planets revolve around the Sun and was immensely popular. Responding to mounting controversy over theology, astronomy, and philosophy, the Roman Inquisition tried Galileo in 1633, found him vehemently suspect of heresy, and sentenced him to house arrest where he remained until his death in 1642. In 1992, the Church finally admitted that Galileo was wrongfully convicted and was mistreated. On this day in history, on February 26th of 1616, the Roman Inquisition delivers injunction to Galileo demanding he abandon his belief in heliocentrism, which states the Earth and planets revolve around the Sun. Galileo did not comply with the Church. In 1632, Galileo published a book which defended the fact that the Earth and other planets revolve around the Sun and was immensely popular. Responding to mounting controversy over theology, astronomy, and philosophy, the Roman Inquisition tried Galileo in 1633, found him vehemently suspect of heresy, and sentenced him to house arrest where he remained until his death in 1642. In 1992, the Church finally admitted that Galileo was wrongfully convicted and was mistreated. On this day in history, on February 26th of 1616, the Roman Inquisition delivers injunction to Galileo demanding he abandon his belief in heliocentrism, which states the Earth and planets revolve around the Sun. Galileo did not comply with the Church. In 1632, Galileo published a book which defended the fact that the Earth and other planets revolve around the Sun and was immensely popular. Responding to mounting controversy over theology, astronomy, and philosophy, the Roman Inquisition tried Galileo in 1633, found him vehemently suspect of heresy, and sentenced him to house arrest where he remained until his death in 1642.
Someone's independence, or this is, like this is people in general. I must call. I'll get that later. 26. 26 is insignificant. 26. Yeah, look, we've got history. This book is here. And we've got the Ten of Pentacles. History books. Something going down in the history books. So somebody's written in a history book. Is this somebody being recorded in history? Or somebody is prophetized? Prophecy? A prophecy? Somebody being... Or this is... And I is significant. It's a time. Independence, I'm getting independence. Nine of Pentacles here is independence, right? Independence. What happened in 1616? Does anybody know? What comes up in the history? We have to check that out. Oh, please do.
Oh my gosh.
Because independence, I'm getting independence, like an ending to independence.
Oh my goodness.
And is significant. It's eternal. An ending to
Two interesting facts from year 1616. January 1st, King James I of England attends the Mass The Golden Age Restored, a satire by Ben Jonson on fallen court favorite the Earl of Somerset. The king asks for a repeat performance on January 6th. The Collegium Musicum is founded in Prague. Two interesting facts from year 1616. January 1st, King James I.
As the Spanish sought to consolidate indigenous populations into larger settlements, the Jesuit missionaries' efforts to convert the Tepehuan tribe to Christianity were perceived as a threat to their cultural and religious practices. The Tepehuan revolt occurred in 1616 in New Spain, primarily in what is now Durango, Mexico. It was an indigenous uprising against Spanish
Thank you,
colonial rule,
Holy
led by the
Spirit
Tepehuan
and
people. The
angels,
revolt resulted
gods
in
and
significant
goddesses.
casualties,
Oh my
with
God.
over 200 Spaniards and approximately 4,000
The
Tepehuan deaths, along with the
revolution,
destruction of property
anyone
valued at
say?
$1 million pesos.
the
Despite
uprising.
initial successes, the Tepehuan could not secure alliances with neighboring groups and were eventually subdued. To be
Hitler alive
continued,
and mother alive as I split it.
as the Spanish sought to consolidate indigenous populations into larger
It's amazing.
Imagine a mysterious epidemic sweeping through a continent, leaving
Nine could be very
devastation in its
significant.
wake.
It's significant. I'm not gonna
This
say
was
it.
the reality for Native American populations along the New England coast between 1616 and 1619, just before the arrival of the Pilgrims. Known as the Great Dying, this epidemic wiped out up to 90% of the indigenous people, reshaping the social and ecological landscape. The exact cause remains a mystery, but theories suggest it could have been a European-born disease such as
616,
leptospirosis.
2121.
This tragic event had profound effects,
Seeing double
clearing the way
numbers.
for European settlers
seeing
and
glitches.
altering the course of history. The Great Dying serves as a poignant
The
reminder of the
energy
impacts
is
of disease
merging.
on
Like the
societies,
word
resonating throughout history.
things are
Imagine a mysterious
Okay.
epidemic
a
sweeping through a
lot right
continent.
now. I'm a little, well, amazed actually. I mean, I truly am. I mean, I can't say no more, but
My cat
than
joins
thank
me
you
today for
and
another
happy
book review.
birthday. I like,
Hello, cat. This time I have a 1616 print of a Hebrew grammar in Latin by Robert Bellarmine, famous saint and Counter-Reformation powerhouse from the 16th century. We even know who first owned this book, a Friar Thomas of the Order of Preachers. We know
Welcome
two
in,
others
tribe.
who signed their signature. What I love about
Past
this book
life
is that it's a Hebrew grammar,
family.
primarily
That's all I'm
for
gonna say.
Christians seeking to learn the Old Testament in the original language, and the grammar is written in Latin. In the end, is an exercise on Psalm 33.
The energy
as
is
well as a presentation of
amazing.
the first book of Samuel.
It's
This work is a true legacy of
well,
the Renaissance ad fontes approach. Subscribe for more history.
it's almost like
My cat joins me
transforming
today for another book review.
at a
Hello.
rapid,
Two interesting facts.
like crazy, because footprints in the sand, footprints, the Lord's always carrying you. You're somebody that's been here lifetimes. You're somebody that is very angelic. You carry divine wisdom. You're a divine energy. That's all I'm gonna say. Because there's no more masculine and feminine. It's divine energy now. Okay? This is.
Imagine yourself as Galileo Galilei in 1616. The first challenge you face is the vehement opposition from the Catholic Church for advocates of heliocentrism, which placed one's
I'm pulling
life
from the
and
ISIS
reputation at
Oracle
constant
deck
risk.
right now.
Second,
See
navigating
what
societal
the ancestors,
skepticism towards scientific
the gods and
discoveries
goddesses
posed a
that are
formidable
here
barrier,
right now, what they
as
want to say
traditional
to you and
beliefs
say
were
to
deeply
us
ingrained in everyday
as a
life. Lastly, the era of primitive scientific instruments significantly restricted astronomical observations, impeding one's quest for a deeper
Thank you,
understanding
Holy
of the
Spirit.
cosmos. Battling
Past,
such substantial
life,
hurdles required not
present,
only intellectual
power
prowess,
is
but
the
also
energy,
immense fortitude
and
strategic
rising sun
diplomacy.
is the energy, and that is the truth. Because my crown, for ones that are in the background, that means my hair is growing. That's what it feels like. If you're not awoken, or if you're not awake, if you're still sleeping, I'm gonna make this easy for you. I'm gonna speak in layman's terms. And that's not to belittle anyone or anything like that. That's to make everything clear to what is not happening. Because obviously we have a miscommunication, a misunderstanding. An understanding that is, well, a really like a problem for you. If you don't, I work for the Lord. He's my employer. So anything that you 616, anything that you need to know, take it up with him. But for others that are studying my chart, there you go. Don't you know the energy's cloaked? It's always been cloaked. Now it's not anymore. Because we have, as I was, I don't know why, I opened it that in reverse, goddess of 10,000 names, and in the upright we have proper burial for freedom. And that was in the energy yesterday. Sacrifice to Osiris, Lord of the Dead. 1124. Oh my gosh. For anyone who doesn't know, well, just for entertainment purposes, I'm the Street Oracle, formerly known as Oracle Orion. I'm just formerly known. Spirit of Isis is spirit as well. My gosh, I am, and that's fucking crazy. Excuse my French. Now it's in the upright. Wow, that's insane. Maybe I just the way I placed it. Maybe everything happens for a reason. No, because the High Priestess is in reverse, but it's not because everything happens for a reason. We all know this. Well, not all of us, but the High Priestess is here. The energy. Oh my God! I want your protection's amped up. Okay, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to my beautiful sweeties. Happy birthday to you. So, sweets. I made some music for you. And, well, you gotta speak to someone. 2026. Clear it. A lot of sadness. Thank you. Okay. A lot of sadness. But happy sadness. It's hard to explain, but it's really not. If you understand and you know and you truly understand, then you'll know what I'm speaking about. And if not, well, I'm sorry. But something's not going your way. See, past lives has been here in the energy. It's, again, timelines. What timelines are you on? Senate Masters. Again, Christ consciousness. See, the Lord is in all of us, okay? Father God, the universe, Mother Mary, Holy Spirit. He's in all of us. See, they said he'll return one day to save us. No, he's not. He's here now. He's in all of us. So if he's with us, that means that he's already here, and you have to save yourself. Nobody else can save you. That's what people don't realize. See, no one's more powerful than the Holy Spirit, the universe. The forces that are unseen by negativity, by unholy. When I say unholy, pure heart. Because nobody's holier than thou. Nobody's better than anyone. It's just how you move forward. Everything was programmed, and you know this. That's why you are sad. And it's sad because when you realize that people are, like, the information, it's like this. The sacrifices that have been happening, and it's like this. When you understand who you are and your mission, then you're not scared of anything except for the Lord. Because if you realize anything, well, we don't die, we multiply. But the thing is that we are more powerful than you ever understood. That's the problem. And it's not really a problem because, people leave comments like stupid. Because when you're able to, let's say, understand a person just by their energy, then you understand. See, everything's hidden in plain sight. The energy's being cloaked, and it's always going to be. Because you got to use your discernment. You got to use your judgment, your better judgment. Because truly, you're the only one that knows you and your energy and your story and what you're really doing behind the scenes. And that's what it is. But for the ones that know and the ones that, well, when you come, you'll understand what I'm speaking about. Because I gotta say thank you. Because we are all, it's like shifting the energy. Okay, if you know, you know. But when I say this, it's like past, present, future, not colliding, but coexisting. Because if we're shifting the Christ consciousness, if we're shifting the consciousness of the collective, which we are, one person, one heart, one frown turned upside down at a time, but in a mass level, because it starts with us. See, not every message is for you, but it is. Because it's your past, present, future, it's your higher self. It's just depending on when you arrive at that timeline. See, so the sadness, because Australia, yeah, I had told my daughter, we were talking about, we were telling her, she was like, well, what do you plan on doing, Dad? I'm like, well, Australia. See, when you speak it, it is in existence, it's already here. The thing is that when you have forces that are unnatural that think they are in charge, well, they just realize they're not. Because no one's more powerful than, let's say, divine intervention, right? We all know this because we're not here to worship a person. We're here to worship ourselves. And then you can understand this is bigger than all of us, and then it's about another individual. Like my beautiful grandsons, my beautiful nieces and nephews. Because if we understand this, if you truly, really know, then nothing is set in stone. It's just up to you to want to change it. And now, yeah, that's the sadness of the inner child. Because Charlie is very significant. As we speak, we try to keep our children out of harm's way. And I've done that. That's because I never wanted ever for them to experience not a life that was terrible to me, because it wasn't. I'm not going to say it was. I can't say that. But I knew life's not fair. Individuals are not fair. This world is cruel, and if you don't have a thick skin, then it'll eat you alive. But if you understand, whatever makes does not kill you makes you stronger, but whatever makes you, let's just say, the blind faith. When you know, you know. See, everybody has free will. We're not here to tell you what you have to do, because you just have to be the person that shows up for you and nobody else. See, I'm done playing small, and when I say that, I'm done trying to conform for people that don't know who they are and are scared of being their true self, because they've been behind a mask for so long that they believe their own hype. They believe their own lies in their self, because it's their reality, and that's what it is. It's our reality. It's your reality, not mine, because I'm not in your reality. I'm in mine, which mine is beautiful. The thing that sucks is like my daughter's birthday that was a couple days ago. We got into it, but we didn't, because you, as a father, we have to say sorry, and I'm sorry, but we don't, because truly, I'm so proud of you. I truly am. I that's what God has given me. When you truly understand the power of the Lord and the blood, yes. See, now it's time for you to live your best life. And when I say that, I'm talking about in love. See, your Christmases were meant to be something that I didn't have. At the same time, did I do wrong? No, I did not. Did I do wrong deciding to be a father to my daughters versus, well, not loving myself, but letting another man take care of my children and never letting them feel an ounce of pain other than, and if I ever did anything that you thought I was true up, then I am truly sorry. And that's all I can say, because I do accept responsibility for being that. That father didn't love himself. The father that was selfish. And when I say that, you know, I look back and I don't regret anything. See, and it's the same energy. I'm not understanding others' pain. See, I was watching something on YouTube about fathers feeling the pain of their daughters and it's of their children. That's because you're empath. You are on the road to being an empath, being able to feel others' emotions, not just because that's your child. If we're all one, then we're all love. We're all here to coexist with harmony. See, the thing is, because I know 24/24, I know my bloodline and I know what I carry. Well, we all carry a bloodline. It's just depending on what your ancestors did and what you're doing now. Because we're not perfect, and believe me, not even Jesus was, alright? How do I know? Because he told me so. So, once again, we we all have opinions, so your downloads are your downloads. But watch this, I do know the rising sun is here in the energy. See, if you understand past lives and sacrifices, then we can talk as adults. But if you can't, you get mad and you like, that's not, I wasn't sacrificed. I never do magic. I'm grown up. I love myself. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and just power. Well, this is a problem. You got a lot of learning to do. See, I don't learn the same as everybody else. But when you understand like certain points in your life, then you can go back there. And the whole thing is that when you have divine messengers, divine energies, because that's all we are, then you can understand that divine energy and you can understand it. See, my mother look white, but we're Italian, right? Grandma Donna is from England. That's the ancestors from over there, okay? Across the pond. Grandpa's from Italy, okay? Across the pond. And then we got Grandma and Grandpa, which is here in Mexico. Like, right here. See, our blood is our blood, and that's what that is. Not where we come from, it's where our ancestors, and that's the thing that people don't realize. They put too much emphasis on what you have and not who you are, and what you can get and not what you can give. Because it's like, thank you, Lord, just for blessing me with a mind to see and a heart to believe. Because you can achieve greatness with hard work and dedication, right? See, when you understand that everything is, well, like say baby steps, and see, which is people don't realize and don't understand is that they do not control anything but their self. And not even that, because they're always, well, let's just say they're controlled. But truly are we? No, because I work for the Lord, so what's that mean? Nothing. That means that I work for the Lord, and it's what you need, Lord. That's it. That's all I say. That's it. Right? Confirmation of horn honking. See, the confirmations are here for you, nobody else, right? It's like, we're not here to prove anything, because then you don't know who you are. Because if you had to prove something, then what's that mean? That means you don't believe in, well, who you are, and you don't believe because you got to show something. I don't have to show nothing except for kindness, gratitude, and appreciation, and understanding that, hey, it's okay to cry. It's okay to feel somebody else's pain, because that's not your pain. Because as we heal and ascend, because we're always ascending, believe me. Confirmation, double honking, we're doing. Because they're getting news as we speak. It's like real time. These are real time messages, real time information. Real time is in like now, present, not past, future, present. Because we're writing our story as we speak, as I said before. So take a breath and get ready to go on a journey if you're ready. If not, well, then I don't know what to tell you, but happy birthday, Andrea. Thank you for my son. You have no regrets. You can't have regrets, but you can understand. One of the regrets that I'd say is that not being able to communicate with my abuelita, because we had a language barrier. Did she love me? Yeah, she did. My dad was a baby, and get on well. grandmother was a healer. We didn't know this. She did the egg cleansing because of Oho, evil eye, because of envy and jealousy. But when you understand, like my ear was aching, but when we understand certain things, then we turn around and transmute and reply with a kind gesture and thank you, Lord, for handling that business. Thank you, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Uriel. Also a pain of like, because if we understand anything, well, it's always about now you're with your other half, right? Your other family, your family from past life. Because when you truly understand that you love a person that a person with, because that person loves you, your person, your family, and they are going to protect them like you would. When you can truly understand the blessing, because not everybody is open for the gifts that you are bestowed with, because they're unlocked for you to choose and pick. Because being a good person is a gift. Having compassion is a gift. Loving yourself is a gift. Loving another is a gift. See, people fail to understand that it's not what you can give, it's what you can, let's just say, do, or just, I remember Christmases, because not I had bad Christmas, but I did, right? Not all of them, but hey, it is what it is, right? You can't not cry over spilled milk, but it's a moment in time that happened, right? It's because of when you truly understand that you're like, oh, okay, I signed up for this, for the hardest journey, but not even that. It's that you understand, because that's what the, like, let's just say rose, right? An energy of rose is here because when you truly realize, like, you have to understand, like, MK Ultra, right? What is that? I'm just like, you don't really know, but it was explained to me like this, that it's like a handler, but we don't understand what is that. It's like one person, they say love you, right? See, we think of things in totally different categories, and it was explained very clearly that a person that loves you, you think loves you, and then turns around and inflicts emotional pain without you realizing that's what's being done, because you are a child of God, an angel, and you don't know what that is. See, myself, I'm stubborn like that. You tell me I can't do something, I'm like, really? Okay. I'll see you at the finish line. Because it's like this, if you follow me, I'll get you to the finish line. But if you put up a struggle, well, then you got to go. Right? Because we don't have time for people that are going to hold us back. So you got to dodge and weave, and it's not even that. It's like, just understand. Because you never judge anyone, because as you judge you, then that's it. You're kind of lost, right? Because you never trust, well, in yourself, but in others, and hey, that's a gift. It's the gift of losing a person that would give your shirt off your back. Be there when they need a friend to answer the phone, to help them with their tire being changed, or feed them, help them eat when they're sick, whatever the case is, right? Because life is a gift, right? it's just like 2 years ago, I was in ICU, right? Not having to learn how to walk again, having to learn how to function in a sense. And when I said, like, here I come, Lord, confirmation is the truth. I wasn't scared. I was like, hey, let's go. I didn't go anywhere. I just woke up in a sense. I didn't have no crazy interaction with it. No? I just woke up and as I think of it, I was like, see, you ask for certain things and it's weird because it's my birthday, right? See, it was my daughter's birthday. See, it's not about us. Birthday is just another day, right? Once we understand this. For those that don't, well then, you're very fucking off. You got a long way to go because the ones that like to celebrate big, okay, anyways. So, but I realized I've ruined a lot of birthdays for my daughter and other ways to do, not intentionally, but it's being selfish, let's just say. But that time my cousin was cooking enchiladas and I was like, trying not to disappoint, right? Some of y'all can love enchiladas, or you cannot. You cannot have had enchiladas. And for those that haven't had them, oh my gosh, you're missing a treat. And one day you're gonna have it. Watch. See, one thing with myself is that I'm kind of cheap, right? But in a way, because if you don't have a lot, well, you gotta. Hey, instead of going out to eat, I have to bake that. I have to learn how to cook it. So yeah, believe me, shit. I worked at restaurants just for the recipe. Yeah, it's like that. Because if you're gonna be something, be the best, right? That's it. Don't do something and then while you're there, while you're just coexisting, just to get a check. Well, that's why a lot of people don't understand. It's not about a check. It's about being accomplished, being the best, but being shit, you just like a lot of people don't understand that. It's a gift to be a hard worker, a go-getter. And that's what you are. You're like my other half, right? Because you're my daughter. See, 13 was in the energy, 13, 14. See, it's really hard to channel for your family. I made videos for some cousins and things like that because we are not around everybody 24/7 in a sense. But the thing is, when you channel, you bring up moments and you bring up things like ducks. Because remember that time when 640, and I don't think you do, we was at the duck pond in Austin, and you're such a, like, and it's no joke, like, you were a Gerber baby, like, but you weren't, that wasn't supposed to happen because then you would have been a sacrifice just like all the other little children. Because you're such a beautiful, well, all my children are beautiful. Well, beautiful in their way, just depending on who you are. But you're like a beast, because you're like your daddy. See, we're solid. Don't fuck around to find out, right? Now it's time for you to love, because you are in a divine union that is a love that people are not going to experience this lifetime. Let's just say it like it is. Patience. It's time to understand the patience of being in the moment. Because before you know it, 30 years will pass yourself know, because we're never alone, right? See, when you understand certain things, well, you just did something that was not impossible, but was trying to be prevented. But what they don't understand, they can't stop the will of God. And we are not here to preach it because that's it. I'm sorry, what do you want me to tell you? I just tell you what he has given me. Life. Not a second chance, third chance, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Let's say when it's my time to go, that's it. That's all I can tell you. Because just 2 years ago, I was in ICU, right? I had to learn how to walk again. Still got a little numbness, but I started a new career, right? See, people don't understand it's hard to start something new, right? Just like this video, it's 41:08:09, and possibilities that it's not even recording. Because it's happened before, 14:41:14, which is the truth, which is okay. That don't mean nothing, but you had to re-record it, and even better than it was the first time. Because all you do is get better. Fine wine ages with time, right? Knowledge, wisdom, knowledge. But understanding, common sense. Not everybody has it. They don't. Like, come on now. Like myself, it's hard for me to read and write. When I say that, it's that it's just, it is what it is. So that's my understanding of what I have to work on. But do I really have to? Not really. Because that's not part of my journey to it. No, because if I was creating AI, right? See, let me let you in on something. And this is for the ones in the back, okay? And for the ones that need to understand something. When you are creating something for you, because you have divine gifts that you need help with, right? Because being dyslexic and being illiterate, that's a label that you made up so you can make somebody feel bad. No. Because you made vowels silent and you can't see them, but you can see them, but you can't hear them, right? But anyways, that's here nor there, right? But it's the truth. And that's the problem for you now. Because I was creating an AI so I could produce, well, cinema, right? To be my assistant. Somebody that, well, is going to write my invoices, going to schedule my appointments, going to read a book to me. Because it's hard for me to, I have to read something 2-3 times, like, fuck that shit, excuse my French. Is that French? Why do we say that? I don't know, you tell me. But anyways, see, my dad never really cussed, right? He didn't. He just smoked a joint in front of me. Shit, hey, I love this. It's from the earth. God gave it to us for many, many purposes. And one of them is to alleviate anxiety that you caused because of the agenda of the new. And anyways, that's why I don't watch the news. That's why I don't pay attention to not the outside, but what people think and what they want you to believe, right? Let's just call it what it is. The truth. A fathom made up truth. Because I'm on point with my intuition and my channeling abilities. See, I'm not here to be a remote viewer. No, why would I want to do that? Because everybody's going to get justice one way or another, right? And that's the facts, Jack. Because DNA activation is the truth. Why? Because I said so, right? What does that mean? That means that there's secret illnesses that were designed to be here for this purpose and this time in the evolution, right? The revolution. Confirmation. See, we are talking about things that you cannot comprehend. Well, some of you can because you know the truth that I'm speaking right now. You're just like, wow, how the fuck? That's it. What do you want me to tell you? Nothing. I want to tell you, say sorry to yourself. And for your family, because that's who you hurt. You didn't hurt me. You did not hurt me. Ain't really ain't a word, but it is, right? They just say ain't a word. Makes you sound ignorant? No. It's just like, hey, it is what it is. Because that's a projection that you wanted us to believe, or wanted yourself to believe. Everybody believes it in a sense, right? I guess. Because I don't really know what people believe in. I just can tell you what I believe in and who I am. I'm a good person. I'm an individual that will help you, and if I know you or don't know you, I'll help you if I can. Sometimes go out of my way. Why? Because that's what a good person does, and that you would expect it and want it for yourself. That's why you do it. You put out what you get, not to get anything, just because you may be in that point at one time, and you're like, man, I always show somebody else. And that's when the Lord answers your prayers. See, He gives us what we want, not what we need. Right? What we need, not what we want. But He gives us both. It's just how you look at it. All might, inheritance is here already. Spiritual inheritance, things I didn't even know about. I'm like, yes, thank you, Lord. Oh my, I'm just celebrating. I'm just behind the scenes dancing, right? Enjoying life by myself because nobody can harm me. But not really harm me. It's not even that. It's like, because why? Because you know motherfuckers are in your device. Oh, excuse the French. Are in your devices, and right now you are moving in silence, but you are creating evidence. And let's just state the facts of evidence. Black and white, not conspiracy theories. Like that ugly ass energy that was in a comment that said aliens, you motherfucking aliens are motherfucking here. What you want me to tell you? Those are my motherfucking ancestors. They're fucking beasts. And they will step on your motherfucking necks. I don't have to do a damn motherfucking thing. I'm a gangster. But I choose to be with the Lord and let Him just handle the business. And that's what it is. And if it comes to where I gotta knock a motherfucker out, well, that's what I do. But why? Because I ain't doing nothing to nobody except for being my best self. And allowing y'all to think that you are getting over on someone. Are you for reals? I just choose to turn a blind eye, right? Somebody with blind eye, they're losing they're gonna go blind. They're working on sites, they're working on to make people go blind. To thinking that they're gonna lose your, are you serious? Do you understand senses and they enhance? When the universe is communicating with it all times, then you understand what this is about, right? That this is not about you or me, it's about divine order, it's about, well, the future. Your children's children, not the ones that took out their bloodline. Because that's the truth. And I'm not wishing no ill will or anything like that. I'm just telling you straight facts. What part don't you understand? When your children are in jail for life, that means you ended your blood. Because they're not reproducing, right? Because we know this about reproduction. Correct? Bloodlines. Royal bloodlines. Did you not think I knew who I was when I opened my big mouth? When I said David and Goliath? I just, like, there's certain things I shouldn't, well, it's not even that. I'm like, fuck it, what the fuck? Fake's got to go because I see it. Well, anyways, it's not even about that. Because as a divine energy, well then that's doesn't matter anymore because it really doesn't. Now it's what are you gonna do for your children and your community, right? Well, I'm gonna leave my community the fuck alone and tell you the truth. My family's good because that's what it is. What else can I tell you? Because everybody has made their bed and now they got to lie in it. That's all I'm gonna say. See, when you don't wish no ill will, then you understand. When you understand your energy, then you know who you are. And that's the problem. People they don't know who they truly are. And that's a shame because for many reasons, but the most important because you're not living life to the fullest. And you're not experience the highest vibration of unconditional love. And be with people that are genuine. Because my tribe is very powerful. See, past life. See, I understood the sacrifice, right? I was like, oh shit. Things, past, present, future, right here, now. You're writing your story. That's why we're not supposed to know everything. See, my gift truly is just to help a broken heart. That's what my gift is. That's it. No more, no less, right? Understanding when you lose somebody, sometimes that hurts. To others, it doesn't. I don't know. I guess, right? Because if you did, then you would understand what causing somebody harm, what that does to a person. But a person that doesn't know that, that means they don't understand what a broken heart is or what losing somebody is, because that's for you to understand and know what energy that is. For others, a broken heart is something that is going to heal with time. It will mend. That's why an accident is an accident. But that don't give a person the right to interfere with God's plan, right? No. Because if that was the case, then shit, we wouldn't be here at this moment in time. Would we, right? Or would we? Yes, we would be. Because one way or another, Lonnie could be sniffing because my right ear is ringing right now. That's the truth, right? Well, it's my truth and I'm going to stick by it. Because it's my story and I'm writing it, but it's my life. And my life is not a story. It's a journey that I've been on for, 51 years. It's still going for another 30 or 40, right? If I live right and and just stop conforming to what you want to believe and letting you project your anxiety onto me and want me to be unhappy for what reason? I don't know. Because I'm truly not. I love myself too much to let another person affect me in a way that you have no idea what it is. Because if you understand what a broken heart is, you can understand nothing can harm you except for yourself. Very simple. When you know family is true family, but not even that. It's like, and not all family, but time only is going to tell, right? That's all I can say on that part. Because tell you the truth, I really don't care at this moment in time because I already know what's getting ready to happen. The energy is shifting and changing in a way that you cannot understand. It's like things are being rewritten and undone at a pace that you don't understand because you're not tapped in. You're thinking that we're here and now. We're not. We're already past this. This war is already over. It's a war that you're battling with yourself now because you're still asleep. And all that means is you refuse to change and evolve. about, or illegal things. Like what? Well, for example, hacking into a person's device to get information, not to use against them, because you think I give a flying rat's ass. The Lord, my ancestors are all around me. Do you think they don't know what I do? Come on now. What do? I do me. But I am shifting the consciousness. I'm here helping individuals in one way or another, and that's well for you to understand. Okay. So for here and now, it doesn't matter what you believe and what you say, it's what you need to understand. See, I have hours and hours of video, of screen recordings of things that I understand but I don't. But what I know and what I understand is that you have been tracking and hacking my devices for 3 or 4 years already now. Okay? That's just me. That's why I'm a billionaire. Hello. I already told you this. The thing that you messed up on is when you hacked into my daughter's wife. You got into Humana's insurance database. Do you think I'm stupid? See, me and my daughter are calling me crazy, because I tell her I'm hacked, and she's like, she doesn't understand the severity. That's when I tell you what I tell you, and I tell you what I know. You just don't like it. You want to try to change your fate. You can't do that because it's already been done. You can't undo a deed that's already been done. You can fix something that hasn't been done yet, though, right? See, how do I know the energy is shifting? Because as of today, well, I was just crying about my aunt being my handler because she sat there and made me eat cottage cheese, which I physically cannot eat it. I gag. What does that mean? Well, fuck, I'm a stubborn motherfucker, so I'm going to sit there and let her rot. I'm going to give it to the dog, put it in my pockets. I'm waiting for my uncle to say, Rose, let him up. Yeah, Rose, let me up. Let me up, Rose. What you want me to do? I fall asleep I fall asleep at the table. Are you serious? See, hate is a word I do not like to have in my vocabulary, but cottage cheese, I used to fucking hate that shit. Blech. No, I can say it without it affecting me. See, one thing people don't understand is who you are as an individual. Every time somebody would tell me they got hurt, I would feel a jolt of electricity in my legs. I didn't understand it. Like, why? But I do now. Okay? Read between the lines. It doesn't happen no more because read between the lines. For those that know, they know. For the ones that don't, well, they need to catch up. I'm done speaking layman's terms now. Because this is a message for ones that I don't even need to speak to. They know already. And like this message could be already over and done. But why? Because there's an individual here that is a divine energy that has been hurt, has lost somebody. Somebody that was dear. I don't know if it was from a car accident or they just promised to be in find again. And for whatever reason, it was not for, again, when we truly understand connection, we're not, okay. At the age of 3, I used to go to church, right? Sunday school. I loved it. Bible study. I didn't, people sure sitting up there for 3 hours. What the? I just wanted to go to old Sweden house. Rocking chairs could be sitting, because I knew we was going to eat, but we would talk about the Lord. Like, we're all in his hands and he's protecting us. Yes. See, I was a little OCD, so I would have to say amen, 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 amen. Amen, amen. But that's when they would say, don't be a sinner. What's a sinner? A sinner is somebody that doesn't love themselves. That's what a sinner is. Truly, what is a sin? It's something you made up. See, it's something that you're doing to make yourself feel bad. Because if you truly know you're not here, you're not supposed to harm anybody, then boom, that's what it is. See, I never realized, you know what? I can tell you how to potty train girls. I can't tell you how to potty train boys. when I look back, I didn't let nobody be around my children. Not that I didn't trust them, but we lived in Austin. Not that we really didn't have family there. But I grew a best friends there. And that's all I can tell you. And those are the ones that watched my help at the times I needed to watch my children. They would like hide my car. If somebody always wanted to always backstab me, like I put an engine in and they wanted to do something with the payment and like, come on, are you fucking for real? Fuck you, I'll hide that bitch. Because if you know, if you need to know, like I said, I can tell you a time that it wasn't my time to go, but split seconds. Yeah, I'm looking at the phone and I'm coming back from San Antonio, taking a left onto Rumberg. The light turned green for some reason. 1 second of hesitation. I think my foot slipped. But as I glanced to look at the back, what do I see? A big barreling cloud of smoke. A car was out of control. Over 100 yards, 150 yards, and the thing that stopped it was a telephone pole. I was in the first lane to get ready to go. Well, what do you think would have happened? My daughters were in the back with no car seat, nothing like that. They were sleeping. And yeah, Andrea was at the door. Not saying anything would have, who knows, but the way that pole fell, maybe would have flipped, I don't know. Like the time I got stupid and came back from the club, 69 cents, free drinks, you can drink till 10 o'clock. Thinking I can jump speed bumps. And learn. How ignorant is that? That's ignorance, right? You would ask me. Because, I had a fix in my ears. Sorry, something about clogged ears. But I tell you what, I had to have it fixed because my ex-wife, that was the car that she had to get to work. It's like, fuck. My dumbass, I come up and then I had to pay $1,500. Well, yeah, I paid the $1,500. Shit, what the fuck? What else you gotta do? She's gotta replace the struts and shit because of my stupidity. But not understanding that I could have really ended our lives right there for being stupid. But that's lessons that are learned. That's just a lesson that, like, look, this and I shouldn't be here. My dad almost drove off the cliff, right? Because he was refusing to stay at my cousin's house. Because he wants to drive from Palm Desert to Anaheim. Well, let's just say we didn't get there, but thank you to my sister. But he ended up he's ended up in, yeah. Well, he's around me. Oh, my ears clogged. See, he is my guardian. He's my shepherd. He's one of my protectors. Just one of many. One of many, 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 many. Let's just say I come from a big bloodline, a big family. Let's just say that. But a bloodline of royal descendants. See, I have a big birthmark. See, we all carry something. See, for me, you're on a channel that I created for people that have channel for, so are my gifts, yes, they're real. That's a thing that you have to understand for yourself, not for me. See, I'm not here to prove anything to anyone, but what I'm here to do is, see, you people are scared to speak up, which is kind of crazy, but it's the truth because people, they don't understand. It's like, hey, but when you walk with the Lord and He's with you and you got guardians on both sides and you have a massive ring of ancestors around you that I've seen, well, that I'm not scared. See, when you understand energy shifting, and that's why past, present, or future is here, rewritten on writing, because nothing can ever be out of place for too long, ever. Whatever's meant to be is going to be. It's up to you to go get it. It's up to you to understand, but now we're talking legal facts, not conspiracy theories. We're we're talking about people, the government, less specifically, the United States government, doing it to everybody. To me, just a little person. I got the evidence for my case. And yeah, for my trial, because it's like bullshit, but anyways. Some deserve it, some don't, but anyways, my ears clogged, shit. Atlantis, for some. Because if I win, we all win, right? If the Lord wins, we all win, right? Because you work for him, he's going to provide for you, right? Why wouldn't he? Because you've been doing the work of the Lord. You've been asking what you can do for him, not what he can do for you. That's the crazy part. Because you're not in lack of anything. You understand this. You realize you've been given all the evidence and all the tools to be your own lawyer, because, well, people are getting disbarred and going to